Welcome back to the channel, guys. And today I want to talk about the Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX from Destined Rivals. I'm going to cover this card in raw version. I'm also going to talk about it in PSA 10s. And I also want to talk about it in general, the set in general, how it's performing and what the future could be for this set, because this set is a phenomenal set. I won't deny it. It's absolutely unbelievable. But there's a couple of issues here regarding these cards, the prices and availability overall. And the thing is, on my channel, I just want to say this, it's worth knowing on my channel that I'm very honest. I say what I see. That's always been me. And I want to try and give you the most honest, straight opinions from what I see in this hobby. Now, I'm new. I haven't been in for years. I've only been in a few years. I approach this hobby with open eyes and an open mindset. And some of the things I've seen up to now are absolutely unbelievable. And I explain stuff like this in my video. So if you like raw content, which is genuine, honest content, then strap in, because that's what we do, you know. And it's also worth knowing, I actually don't actively sell Pokemon. I only sell it when I need to increase the collection. If I've got something for sale, that's it. I work full time and I do other stuff. So I don't need to lean to anyone or anything regarding content or regarding ideas, because we don't have to. So everything you see and you hear from me is just pure content, pure raw content, from what I believe, from what I see in the market. And again, if you like that, then stick around, because that's what we do. So today, I'm going to cover this here, the Team Rocket's Mewtwo. This is a phenomenal card, this. This card is absolutely breathtaking. I want this card. I'm desperate for this card. But at these prices, now if you look at this on TCG Player, the prices have shot up. So, wow, unbelievable. Now, if you notice just at the top there, we have a little bit of a plateau. Now, I want you to remember that, because I'm going to show you something just now in the video. But it's just starting to plateau off there. Anyway, so this card from Destined Rivals, and the thing to remember with Destined Rivals, guys, is it's brand new. It's a brand new set. We know that, and we know that this could be considered the early stage where there's always a big hype on the cards and stuff. Okay, we get that. But one of the things that nobody wants to talk about is it's not available. They're nowhere to be seen. I mean, yesterday I was out and about all over in my local city. I went through so many shops, it's unreal. There's nothing anywhere. And we can't forget that. That's not normal. It really isn't. And we can't forget that as Pokemon collectors, or however you enjoy this hobby. You can't forget the fact that there's stuff being released and it's not reaching us. And that ultimately is driving these prices. And again, it's something I wanted to show you from a raw, honest opinion. Because it's not right. And it just isn't right. So we look at this card. It's absolutely phenomenal, in my opinion. I really want this card. But at these prices, I'm kind of like on the fence with it. And I'll show you what I mean. So I've jumped in here on eBay. Now, if you look at the price on eBay, you would say, oh, it's plateaued a little bit there. Maybe that's what that is. But the prices are too much all over to even suggest that. I mean, if you look at this here, brand new listing, sold out instantly, 516. I mean, condition, depend on the condition and stuff and the sellers and stuff like that. But for the most part, the prices are all over. I mean, we can't really get an accurate representation of the prices of what's going on. I mean, look at this. 26th of September, 465. And on the same day, 291. Look at the price increase there, guys. That is volatility at its finest. That tells me just to take a step back. That for me says step back, relax. It's too much, and sometimes that's what you've got to do in this hobby. It's a whirlwind, and it just sucks you in. And for me, when I see volatility like that, I'm not saying the card's not worth it. The card's phenomenal. The card is worth it. But when you see volatility like this, something's not right, and we've got to ask what's going on. We can say supply and demand as much as we want, but there is no supply. There's no supply anywhere to be had. Something's going on. And the reason why I put so much emphasis on the beginning of the video telling people about me not selling Pokemon and stuff like that is because some creators can't talk like that. Some creators are tied in with 30, 40, 50,000 subscribers, and fair play to them, whatever. But they can't talk freely because they have invested interests in certain things and in certain other things. We don't. So we can talk freely about what we see. Honestly, we can. And it's not going to please everybody, because not everybody wants to hear something different, and it is what it is. But I'm not here to upset anyone. I'm just showing you the facts. So when you look at this, again, 24th of September, and the 24th of September, 499 against 311. Nah, don't touch it. I mean, if you want to buy it and you're comfortable buying it, by all means do what you want. But for me, I take a step back on this. It's just a little bit too crazy, the price swings. And I mean, when you start talking about prices, look at this for the PSA. Unbelievable. Now, I know this is USA. I'm starting to include the USA on some of my listings, actually. But if you look at this, $1,400. Unbelievable. I mean, look at this. This could be a sign of the retracer, yeah. And the reason why I say this was on the 27th of September. And if we scroll down just a little bit further, on the 25th of September, so 2 days prior, it actually sold for $1,500. Well, it was best offer, so we don't know what it sold for. But you can guarantee it won't have sold for much less, under 1,500. Because if the seller's asking 1,500, that's his expectation. He'd probably drop 50 quid. I'm just putting it out there, I'm just guessing. But I bet you that this one sold as it did, and it came in cheaper. So there could be good news here, guys. It could actually be going down in price. It might not just be all bad. And the thing to remember with this card, it's a phenomenal card. I mean, the demand's there for it. And you're not going to believe how many are getting sent in every day to PSA. There's like 55 copies getting sent in every day since the set released to PSA. Can you imagine how many packs you have to rip to be getting that amount of this SIR, Special Illustration Rare? How many have to be sent in for that? There must be thousands of packs, hundreds of thousands of packs getting ripped open every day. I don't know, but it must be phenomenal. And out of that, something like just over 3,500 grade, the certificate here. So it's 3,494. That'll climb daily. That'll rocket. And I mean, it wouldn't surprise me by the end of the year if that ends up being close to 5,500 copies graded in a PSA 10. I mean, overall, there's like 6,663, I think, being sent in altogether. And again, it works out at 55 a day. So I'm telling you, the demand for this card is there, and the demand for the set's there. I mean, whatever you want to say about Destined Rivals, it's phenomenal. I mean, people all over are talking that it's the next big thing. I mean, if we're going to talk about mainline sets in Scarlet and Violet, you know, forget about the holiday sets. If you're talking about mainline sets, they reckon Scarlet and Violet, Destined Rivals is the one. I mean, Destined Rivals is phenomenal, and I'm not bothered if people agree with that statement. I think it's an absolutely amazing set. And the thing is, there's a lot of hype behind it, and you've just got to remember that. I mean, look at Prismatic. I feel like there's more hype behind Destined than there was Prismatic. And Prismatic was hyped. And still, Prismatic's not available 7-8 months later after it was initially released. How long is this not going to be available? And this is what I'm trying to say, guys. That's all going to reflect the prices that we see. And sometimes you've just got to be careful about picking this stuff up at these prices, because, you know, it can go down. I'm not saying it will, and I'm not saying the card's not worth it, because the card's worth it. It's a phenomenal card. I mean, I want this card. I just can't buy it at this price. But the point I'm making is you've just got to be careful when you're talking this type of money, because it can go down as quickly as it goes up, and you don't want to pay more for your collection than you have to. It's as simple as that, because it hurts. I mean, Destined Rivals itself, the booster box, is already getting strong money. I mean, who would have ever imagined Destined Rivals, even though it's an amazing set, would be selling for this? I mean, this is a new booster box. I mean, why? 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 389. Wow. I mean, this is where we are with it, guys. I mean, these cards are meant to be, when you look at it from this perspective, they're meant to be played, they're meant to be collected. This price point here is causing a big divide. And again, not many people want to talk about that, because it doesn't make for good content. It doesn't make for the clicks, it doesn't make for good content, but it's the truth. I mean, I want to cover something really quickly here. I'm going to cover it really quickly. I'm going to use this as an example. There's people out there who own this card, which is amazing, but they want the price of the card to go up because they own it. And there's people out there who don't have this card, and they want the price to go down because they don't own it. Now, I'm actually in this camp. I want the price to go down because I need this card. But the truth of the matter is, as this increases in value, it's getting further and further away. It's unattainable. Now, you've got people who've got the card and people who haven't got the card, and that's driving a split in the hobby. It really is. In this space, in the Pokemon space, there's a divide of the people who have and the people who don't have. And regardless whether you're selling, and regardless whether you're out trading or whatever you're doing to enjoy this hobby, or whether you're collecting, it doesn't matter, or creating content, there'll always be people who are happy and people who are upset for whatever reason. Because there's people out there on both sides of the fence because of this divide, and it's the money that's dividing people because of the values. And we just need to remember that this hobby was made to be enjoyed in different ways. It wasn't just all about chasing the money, chasing the big money bags. But it looks like this is where we are with it. And again, I know I'm digressing a little bit now doing this video, but a lot of people won't cover that because it doesn't make for the good content. But it's the truth. It's true. And that's what it is, and it hurts sometimes because we all want these cards and they're just out of our reach. I mean, I even thought about trading out of some of my sale product. I haven't got much, but I thought I'll trade out and try and get one of these. And I took a step back and I thought, don't do it. Just don't do it. I mean, I thought the Magikarp was something special. This could end up being something crazy. I mean, I'm not comparing this to the Magikarp. They're two totally different cards. But when you look at the price of something, from Scarlet and Violet, and you look at this, I mean, where's this gone? Scarlet and Violet's finished. We're in a new era. I mean, if you're looking for the perfect storm to explain what's going on, we've got it. There's no Destined Rivals on the shelves. I don't know what's going on because we can't get it anywhere. I mean, somebody's ripping it somewhere, but I ain't. I mean, I've only opened a couple of packs. In fact, I opened a couple of packs at the local game store, and I got Cynthia's Rosadale. What a lovely card this is. Not overly expensive, but what a lovely artwork. I'm going to keep hold of that. I don't know if it'll grade or not. It looked alright. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, we're talking about a perfect storm here. There's no product, okay? We're not in Scarlet and Violet no more. So Destined Rivals was in Scarlet and Violet. So it's in the old era. So there's a bonus. I mean, you start sticking all these things together and the set's just... And again, with what people are saying, the set's unreal. It's going to be the next biggest thing. And when you look at the price of the set already, there's 3 things there that are giving it the perfect storm. If things don't calm down before Christmas, or they don't get some sort of restock, or get stuff out on the shelves in front of people, there's no reason why these cards won't get any cheaper. And that's what worries me about this, because these cards here are just becoming unattainable. And if these cards are coming out of the gate at the price they are, and they're achieving 1.52k in PSA 10s, which they are, what's it going to be like for the cards prior? I genuinely believe it's going to drag the price of certain cards up from certain heroes. Not all, but it's going to drag certain cards up. Even some of the top chase cards are going to get dragged up in value because you can't justify these prices without dragging previous prices up. And I think the whole hobby as a whole is going to move up again a notch. And again, back to Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield. If you think they were expensive before, for example, Sword and Shield, I don't think we've seen anything yet, guys. I think Sword and Shield and the likes of Sun and Moon and even some earlier sets, which I've never even seen in person, to be completely honest, I think they're just going to go to the moon. They'll just get traded between collectors. That's where we'll be with it. Honestly, that's where we'll be with it. I mean, it's not all bad news. If you own the card, fantastic. It's really good. But it's worth knowing that there's a lot going on here. There really is. I think there's a lot more going on than just buying and selling. There's been a supply issue problem. And I don't know at what stage or at what level or what's going on, but there's something going on, because nobody can tell me that you can walk into a store and you can't buy a product, or you go onto a website and there's no product available. It's not normal. You wouldn't walk into a supermarket and the shelves to be empty and accept that and say, oh, well, I'll just starve. You wouldn't accept it. And this is the norm. This is what people are trying to tell you. It's the norm. Now, I'm not saying that the set's bad. I'm not hating it. I love this set. It's an amazing set. I wish I owned it. I don't. And even when it does come up for sale, I can't pay these prices. I just physically can't pay them, because I just feel it's not right. And that's my indication as a collector. Again, I've only been in the hobby a couple of years. I'm not an expert. But that's my indication as a collector. I need to take a step back. Now, that's not for everybody, that advice. You do what you want and spend however you want. But for me, in my opinion, when I see prices like this, I just have to go, I'm sorry, I've missed this one. And it's a shame, because I really want this. And there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do about it. The only thing I can do is trade up to get it. And I think, well, I'd have to sacrifice maybe two booster boxes to get all of this. And, from an investor standpoint or a perspective, you could say, well, that would make complete sense if you're going to trade out the 2 mediocre booster boxes to trade into this. That does make sense. That totally makes sense, because it's a stronger set and there's a big hype behind it. But I don't want to trade out with 2 boxes for one box that should be 130, 140, 150. That's already sat at 380 and 400. I don't see why I should. And then I don't. So that's just my opinion, guys. Again, on my channel, you're going to get the raw opinion of how I feel, and it's not going to, honestly, it's not going to sit right with everybody, but it's how I see it. I really do. Because we're always out and about, trying to build our collection up, and I just say what I see. And again, This is a phenomenal card, this. It really is. I'm not knocking it. I want this card. I'm desperate for it. But I just can't come close to these prices. But when you look at 1,300, and again, I talk about bids on eBay, it's a more true representation of what this price is, because this is what people are prepared to pay for it. So I'm always more comfortable seeing bids than I am on buy it nows. But look at that, 1,300 quid. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. It's a lot of money, and you think, well, what else could I have for that type of money? Whew, so that's just kind of what it is, guys. And I mean, the raw copies, they're still selling loads and loads, and they're still really going strong. But where's the ceiling with this? If we don't get something going, if we don't get stock coming through, I mean, I haven't seen Surgeon Sparks, I haven't seen any Prismatic, I haven't seen any Destined, I haven't seen anything for sale. I don't know what's going on. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. It's unbelievable. Not many people are covering it in this way, and I think it needs to be covered, because we're all getting sucked in here. It's a big whirlwind. So that's pretty much it, guys. It was just a quick video that I want to talk about Destined Rivals. Again, the set, a phenomenal set. I think it's fantastic, and some people, believe it or not, don't like it. Fair play. It's your preference, whatever you want, but I personally like the set, and I think it's going to do incredibly well moving forward in the future. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if this set breaks £550, £600 by the end of the year in the UK, if nothing gets done about it. And I can't see anything being done about it, because we're already on the Mega Evolutions and Phantasmal. I mean, we're already trying to catch up with all of this stuff. Excuse me. Then they're never going to catch up with this. Let alone Surgeon Sparks, let alone Prismatic, let alone anything else that was prior that's still in print. I think even Pal D is still in print, isn't it? I'm not 100% sure. I think it is. I mean, how are they going to keep up with all this? I think we've passed a turning point here where we can't go back. And even if prices, and another big thing that I just want to cover, even if prices did calm down and things kind of went back to normal, I don't think they'll ever go back to the price they were. I mean it. I don't think prices will ever go back. I mean, when we see a retrace generally in the markets, it generally just drops back down to a new high, and that's the truth. You know, I don't like that as much as anyone, because I want these cards as cheap as possible. I only have so much money. But the truth is, they'll retrace back to an all-time high. So you just have to bear that in mind. And it's all about trying to get it at the right time. But don't beat yourself up, guys. You can never time the market. Nobody can. I mean, you might get one person in a blue moon who gets it right. Fair play. But for the most part, we've all done it. We've all paid at the top. And if it's for your collection, who cares? If you enjoy it and you can spend that money, don't worry about it, guys. Don't beat yourself up. But if it's starting to command massive money like this, you just got to take a step back and ask, is it worth it? That's all I'm saying, guys. Anyway, if you like the content, give us a like or drop us a comment, or leave us something if you have anything to say about Destined Rivals or regarding these cards or prices, or where you think they're going to go in the future. Because I'm really interested to know myself. I mean, I really want this set, but it just seems too far out of the reach at the minute. It really does. But the way things are going, is it worth trying to dive into it for the price it is? I mean, I keep saying yes, and then keep saying no, and then I keep walking away. So let us know, guys. Drop us a like, share the video, or whatever you want to do. We're brand new. Like I said at the beginning of the video, you just get our honest opinion on what we're seeing in the market. And if you like that, stick around. Cheers, guys. Have a good Sunday.